Picture this. You've just dropped a fortune on your dream Vegas home, only to discover it's a 120-degree oven in the summer, your water bill rivals your mortgage payments, and the HOA won't let you park your own car in your own garage. Buying a house in Las Vegas can be a high-stakes gamble if you don't know what you're doing, but don't worry. I'm about to reveal the 5 critical mistakes that could cost you thousands or even turn your desert dream into a nightmare. Stay tuned because the number 3 reason is going to shock everyone, including myself, a Vegas real estate veteran. Trust me, you can't afford to miss this. Hey there, Vegas house hunters. This is Hudson, your local real estate warrior in Las Vegas. And today we're diving into the top 5 mistakes you need to avoid when buying a house in the entertainment capital of the world. Let's make sure your dream home doesn't turn into a nightmare. If you have a real estate need, please call, text, email. My information is below. And we'll work our butts off day, nights, and weekends to make sure you're helped out. Mistake number 1, that is ignoring the summer heat. Las Vegas is known for scorching summers with temperatures often soaring over 100 degrees during the summer. A big mistake buyers make is not taking into consideration how this affects their potential home. When buying a new home, you need to check out their AC system, also known as HVAC, and the insulation. That's why you need to get a good inspection. And don't let anyone kind of talk you out of like, oh, it's gonna work just fine. No, it's gonna fail just fine. An AC, believe it or not, these new systems are only good for 10 to 15 years. The old systems, you may be able to stretch 20, 22 years out of them, but that's with constant care. So if you're buying a house that's 20 years or older and it's got an old R22 system, man, look out, because you're gonna have to replace it, and that's gonna cost you some serious money. Look at the windows. Are they energy efficient or not? Sometimes you buy these older houses built in the 80s and beyond, they never replace those windows. You don't have all that cool stuff, keep your house all cool. No, you got glass against 120 degrees. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. We actually hit a record last week, 120 degrees. Another one, consider the orientation of the house. What way does it face? Well, south-facing houses get a little bit more direct sunlight, which is gonna warm that puppy up. So let's talk about some numbers. An inefficient HVAC system here in Vegas, it's gonna cost you an extra $100 to $200 per month during the summer. Now that may not seem like much, but it's gonna add up over time. So let's look at an expert tip. I don't say consider, I say you must hire a home inspector who specializes in energy efficiency. They can provide detailed reports on the home's ability to withstand that heat, because trust me, it gets hot. And then that gets into mistake number 2, overlooking the water costs and restrictions, because I want to tell you a secret. The water company hates you. Yes, they hate you. They want to do everything to make your life uncomfortable. They don't want you to have a nice pool to chill in. They don't want you to have a nice lawn so you can put your toes in it and your dog wants to go outside and do their business. I've seen it firsthand. I had a water leak. The guy comes out and the first thing out of his mouth was, have you thought about getting rid of this grass? I got a nicely manicured lawn front and rear. It's like, no, I called you in here to take care of a leak. You sure you don't want to get rid of the grass? By the way, we're using less than 20% of the water we're allotted now. So it's like you get down to 20% of the water you're allotted and you're still trying to make the place look ugly. They hate you. Yeah, we're in a desert. Water is precious here, but many newcomers underestimate its importance and cost. To be honest, water bills are up like 40%. My water bill in the wintertime now is what it used to be in the spring when you could water 3 times a week. They've just lost their minds. It's like, we're gonna force you to not use water. It's like, wait a minute, I ain't using no water, I'm paying 40% more. You don't use the minimum water in the wintertime, and you barely use it in the springtime. Yeah, summer you use it a lot. They don't care. They want their agenda going on. So what do you do instead? Research the water rates and restrictions in different areas. Look for homes with the desert landscaping, even though some of them look good. A lot of them don't. It's just a bunch of rocks. Look for the energy efficient features. Check the condition of the pipes and plumbing and make sure your inspector does that, where before you buy that house, they are checking to make sure there are no leaks, because they are relentless here. I just sold a house. We closed a few days ago. The seller is not in town anymore, so vacant house. Gets a note on his phone. It's like from the water company. You have an ongoing leak. He's like, can you rush out there? So I rush out there. I'm checking it. There's no leak. They are losing their dang minds, because what it is all the water mains now, they're connected, their Wi-Fi or whatever, and they're just going crazy. It's like, you've used 3 gallons of water. Come on now. And because of that, did you know the average water bill in Las Vegas has jumped to about $65 a month? Well, guess what? Most houses don't have lawns. You'll drive around, you see a lot of desert. Most houses, believe it or not, don't have pools. As much as people talk about wanting a pool, most of the houses don't have pools. And guess what? You certainly don't have a pool when you're in a condo or townhome. And guess what? That average includes those. It used to be a lot less. And when I say used to be, I mean like a little over a year ago. They're just losing it. Number 3, falling for the Strip's allure. Yes, we live in the entertainment capital of the world, but there's a problem with that. Sometimes people go like, oh, I want to live by the Strip because it sounds exciting. But what about the drawbacks? Like noise. There's a lot of noise. And traffic. If you've been down there, there's a lot of traffic. You can be stuck on that Strip for hours. All the tourists and everything. Let's not mention higher prices. So unless you get the heck away from that Strip, you're going to be paying high prices. So do some of these things instead. So explore some of the diverse neighborhoods like Summerlin, Henderson, North Las Vegas. Consider your daily commute and lifestyle needs. Are you really working on the Strip? Well, a Strip salary may not support living in those high-rise condos. Visit all the potential areas in different times of day to get a feel of the neighborhoods. Even visit down on the Strip. You start to see that driving, parking, everything else is quite difficult. I know some people don't mind it. They want to be able to walk out and enjoy the world-class entertainment we have here. That's all up to you. So let's break it down. Homes near the Strip, especially the nice homes, can be more expensive. But I'll be very honest, a lot of the homes near the Strip are actually less expensive because neighborhoods are not as great as many people would like. But, still we have some Strip properties or near Strip properties that are pretty decent. But once you get away from that Strip for about a mile around, it can get a little dicey. Being on the Strip, you may be looking at higher property taxes and, of course, insurance rates because of the stuff that goes down. Then we get to number 4. That is underestimating the HOA fees and the regulations. So many Las Vegas communities have homeowners associations. So let's just break it down. First of all, almost 100% of condos, pretty much 100% of condos, almost 100% of townhomes, believe it or not, some of the manufactured homes, and about 70% of the single family homes are in an HOA. When you say, well, about 70%, it's about 72%. But what about the other 28? Usually they're older homes in older parts of town. So here's what you need to do. You have a 5-day period to review those HOA documents and everything. Look through them carefully. I know most people just get it. It's 100 and some pages. At the very least, skim it. See if there's crazy stuff in there you can't stand, because some of these HOAs are crazy. And even if they have something crazy, you know what? Talk to local folks during your due diligence, because guess what? Sometimes they don't enforce them. And some of them, they're sticklers. If it's a not enforcing, see if it's a big deal. Like for my HOA, we're not allowed to park in our driveways. Drive up and down the street, you see every other house has a car in the driveway. They don't enforce it. I don't know if they don't enforce it because a good portion of the neighborhood or Metro, those of you who are not here, Metro is our police department. So maybe they're afraid that they'll just show up and to dispute their fines in uniform. So they just don't mess with folks on it. They do go on little like real big stuff, like, your lawn looking good and stuff. But that stuff, they don't even enforce. They haven't. As far as the HOA fees here in Las Vegas, that's going to get a little bit complicated. They can range from anything from the least I've seen is like $98 a year to $1,000 a month. Now, if you're paying $1,000 a month, I'm just going to tell you right now, you're living large and you don't care. Usually when you have something like that, you're living someplace like Summerlin, that's a neighborhood inside of a neighborhood, and you're paying the Summerlin fee, you're paying the HOA fee for the larger HOA, and you're in a gated neighborhood, possibly guard gated inside that, full of mega $1 million mansions. So somebody's living in a $5 million mansion probably doesn't care about $1,000 a month, but just giving you that warning that they do exist where you'll have 3 HOAs. Now that's a big range, and for some of you, it can impact your budget. And to be honest, some of these townhomes will have HOA fees of like $350 a month. But usually when they're that high, especially for the nicer areas, you probably won't mind it. Now, another place that does have it, that we talked about the Strip before, a lot of those places on the Strip, the HOAs are like $600 and $700 a month. So that's one of the things to watch out for, but you do get a lot for it. You get a lot of entertainment, and I think you probably will like it there. Think about what's going on in Florida. It doesn't really happen that often here, but you can find the perfect condo, and you're going like, oh, the HOA is only $250 a month. I can dig that. But then you find out, if you read the HOA documents, they got a special assessment of $10,000 for repairs around, because they're in arrears on everything, because they had a bunch of people not paying, they had a bunch of renters. All this stuff can actually happen. Look at the people in Florida. They're starting to get $250,000 assessments. That ain't good. Now let's get into mistake number 5, not preparing for a competitive market. Las Vegas has a very fast-paced market, and being unprepared can cost you your dream home. So what do you want to do instead? Get pre-approved for a mortgage. And be honest, I'm sure you're starting to see all this stuff that's going on because of all of these crazy lawsuits against National Association of Realtors. And many of you may know about what's about to happen on the 17th of August. Pretty much, real estate agents are not going to be taking you around anymore unless you have a pre-approval from a lender. That's because they're going to be unsure if they're going to get paid now, or at least after August 17th. They want to make sure that you are 100% ready to go. As a matter of fact, you got to sign the paperwork now. It's no more. Had a discussion with my broker this morning. Things are getting really strange because I got somebody I'm showing one of my listings tomorrow, and it's like, do I have to have them sign the BBA? It's like, no, but you have to tell them at the door that you will not be representing them, that you represent the seller. It's another video I gotta make. Things are getting strange. Be prepared to make a quick decision and offer a competitive offer. I know right now we still have people offering crazy stuff. It's like, oh, the house is $400,000. You think they'll take $350. Some people just do that. If you're prepared to lose the house and you have no issues with that, it's not a big deal. Some people don't have that mentality. It was like, well, I really wanted them to take the $350. Why wouldn't they take it? The house is worth $400,000. In the hot neighborhoods, homes can sell within days of listings. Matter of fact, we just closed on it on Monday. That house was in a hot neighborhood. It had multiple offers. I told people that they couldn't even come into the house on Saturday. I had people calling like, can I sneak in on Friday before everyone else does? I had multiple offers on that house, all above list price. And I listed it at the upper end. When you're in a hot market, you cannot mess around. There you have it, folks. The 5 crucial mistakes to avoid when buying a home here in the Las Vegas area, which of course includes North Las Vegas and Henderson. Remember, knowledge is power in real estate. By staying informed and working with experienced professionals, you'll be well on your way to finding your perfect Vegas home. If you found this video just a little bit helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Las Vegas real estate tips. And if you're ready to start your home buying journey, reach out to us by calling, texting, or emailing. And of course, it's always better to hit that calendar notification below. That way you can make sure that my schedule is cleared just for you. And that's it for this week. And for all of my military brothers and sisters, Alpha Mike Foxtrot, everyone else, we're going to keep the lights on for you.